Hey, it's Oska from the Frontrunner Colombo.
And Tom from the Frontrunner Colombo.
And Lee from Frontrunner Colombo.
And you are listening to our Run Spesh Podcast, where we talk about the human locomotor movement we call running. And a whole bunch of other stuff, which I don't apologize for. General random thoughts, our lives, crazy things that happened. And hopefully you walk away realizing that you're okay.
And we're not.
You're one of the normal ones.
Normal. E.T. phone home. So, Kat is away. She's globetrotting. Mm. So we've got super sub Liam, which is good timing. Because it's Crater Rim next week.
Crater Rim season.
Next week, Crater Rim?
Yeah, next week.
Cool. So we're going to do a little...
That's coming around fast.
I was going to call it a pre-cat, but it's not. It's a preview.
Yeah.
Which is... Well, I don't know why they call it like a... You have like a preview and then a recap.
Yeah, it's a good point. It should be a pre-cut recap.
Yeah, or a preview review.
Well, there is reviews,
Yeah.
but why do we call it?
So I'm pretty much confused. Which isn't the first time this week. I'm confused. Anyway. And Tom's got something exciting to talk about.
I do?
Well, I don't know. Like your boy offered you a pretty cool job. Like maybe we can talk about that.
Tom's a father.
Jeez, not that I know of.
Oh no. And that took 90 seconds. So I don't know, man. It's like
it is exciting.
I'm not gonna be a narcissist and blow up the opportunity from a boss point of view. But maybe you could tell the good folks at home listening kind of what your new role is, because I'm excited that I'm excited that people like us enough to buy enough shoes that I can offer a role like this.
Yeah, yeah,
so
literally.
Go you guys. But why don't you talk about the role and kind of some of the study you did and how we got here?
Yeah, so basically had been out of the shop for a while actually since I got back, but kind of since the potty got off the ground, and it's going pretty well.
Yep. We think so anyway.
We think so, yeah. I mean, people tell us around the park, they run past us listening to it, so that's a good start. I feel like. What are we, only six?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Solid.
Let's go in places. Anyways, so yeah, basically more of a content role, just looking after all of that stuff. New race ideas, fun ideas for the public, and then shoe reviews, which is, I think, a fun way to add to the store.
Yeah.
And just add to really the community. Like, I mean, people always... I feel like when buying shoes online, it's quite common to look at people's reviews, or just like reviews in general of what people have said about a shoe or how it feels and whatnot. So yeah, the brands have been pretty good so far. I've had the chance to run in a Hoka and the Puma, which we're going to talk about later, and just kind of relaying my thoughts, feelings on the shoes, being brutally honest, because to me it's like I'd rather tell it how it is.
That's good, because I'm like, I can be one detached.
Yeah.
You can be like my guard dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think the official title was like content and something director. Yeah. It sounded fancy.
And just helping with some of the marketing stuff as well. And,
I think it should be content and community liaison.
Liaison.
Yeah, that's
You should say like that.
Yeah, so we've got some fun ideas coming up that we're pretty excited to get off the ground within next few months, probably early next year.
Yep.
A few race ideas, a few fun projects, and then just trying to help the image of the store and I guess brands in general. So it's gonna be good fun.
Give the voice the people want.
Yeah.
Give the people the voice they want.
Yeah.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah, for those not watching on YouTube, I had a perplexed look on my face. And actually, I got a grumpy for Tom. Actually, at the start of last week's podcast, I said that I had to work on my dictation. Yeah. what I really meant was diction. And both Ken and Tom didn't notice what I
went
said.
straight over
I
our
went
heads.
straight over the head. And then I listened to it back when I was in the car on the way home, which I've decided is not narcissistic. Like,
No, gotta make sure it comes across clearly. Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
Proofreading.
I said that. And that's the only thing I was worried about what I said.
That's the
I
least
didn't correct you
I
because you're like, oh, Oscar's just making a dick joke. Like, how do what he's using?
want. That's probably why it went over our heads.
So anyway, but that's fun. So what we normally do, Lee, you have been with us before, is we start with talking about our week, our training week in particular, but sort of what unfolds is the general stories around what happened in our training and stuff. So maybe, do you want to go first, or do you want Tom to give us some stellar examples?
Yeah, let's move our high with Tom.
Honestly, there's again not a whole lot going on for me this week. More just in terms of intensity and stuff, it's more just a big volume week. This one, trying out a new 4-day cycle, which is starting today.
Day 1 of day 4 days.
Yeah. So
How many times does 4 go into 365? Like 40?
You're asking the wrong person.
yeah, I don't know. I can't do the math off the top of my head.
9 times 4 is 36.
About
So
that.
91.
Yeah.
Isn't that annoying? It's like 91.03.
Yeah. So what, I've got
Anyway.
90 something cycles of this to go,
Whoa.
ideally.
Which means you have to commit to like 5 years of it to make it an even number, otherwise my OCD won't cope.
Yeah. And then I'll
Anyway,
probably
sorry,
won't be good.
I hijacked your week. Shut up, Oska.
No, well, I mean, to be fair, it's literally just, or I say 4-day cycle, but it's just alternating through long ride, run workout, bike workout, long run, and just switching that through in different orders. But basically just getting a big stimulus kind of spread out, but condensed, if that makes sense.
Yep.
And then just, swimming Monday to Friday. So that just stays the same. And then just little, like, probably won't run much over an hour on those days, on the bike days at least. And then vice versa for the run days will be a shorter ride.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it will probably be pretty close to between 26 and 28 hours this week. So
Everyone driving in their car just checked the aircon was still working.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a big week,
That's a
but
huge week.
I feel pretty good so far. I haven't really started it, but
Well, sometimes change is good as a holiday, and it's just something different just helps make you feel good.
But I think the body, like in general, the body is responding much better to the triathlon stuff. And I'm still running. I'm going to do Timberi 10 and then do Queenstown Marathon as well. Oh, marathon, half marathon.
Oh no, I was
Half marathon. No, not a marathon. So that'll be fun. Looking forward to Timberi 10. Haven't run a 10K in a long time, so it'll be fun to jump in with those boys and see how long I can hold on for. But yeah, nothing really too much to touch on.
apart from a new job.
Yeah, apart from the new job. Yeah. But yeah, Lee, on to you.
Maybe just introduce yourself and like, where you. Well, maybe not where you fit in, because that sounds like we've got to put you in a neat little box with a I don't think any of us fit in.
I don't fit in, that's why I work here.
Prerequisite to working at the front.
We're basically just an addition to PMH.
the PMH annex.
We're just a rehabilitation house for
our
lost
Colombo
souls.
Street office. So Lee again. I've been at Frontrunner for probably about 6 months now. Before that, I was living in Auckland for about 9 years and did some running, mostly just involved in clubs, doing a lot of trail running in Auckland. And then came down here and knew Kat just from working with her around massage stuff and just chats and hanging out, and started working here, and it's been such a blast. Most people think I'm crazy for working at a running store. They're like, that's so nerdy, but it's been so much fun.
Nothing wrong with being a nerd.
No. Like, everyone has their thing. Some people like anime, I like running.
Or both.
Yeah.
But yeah. Is there a huge crossover?
I don't know.
If we had a Venn diagram, what's the
I'm
what's the crossover?
I want to see
Probably
the
is,
I want to see the way circle graph and how close it gets to like perfection. Anyway,
What's the
sorry.
anime to running crossover? Training wise, I'm running Creator Rim next weekend, which is mind blowing because it feels like it was ages ago. Now it's just around the corner. But this week's been kind of interesting because last week I started having some issue with my psoas, is what we think it might be. But this happens kind of at the end of every training block where it just gets quite tight and sore, and I have to kind of back off for a few days. So I've just been on the bike, doing some long rides, just keeping it easy, but still trying to keep up aerobic base and keeping my legs moving up until the race. I mean, the work's already been done, so it's just kind of trusting the process at this point and hoping I do all right. I did a couple hours on the bike Tuesday, Wednesday. It's been perfect because it's been school holiday. So I also work as a school counselor, so it's been good having some time off to dedicate to riding because it's a huge time consumer. And I've just been in the gym doing some rehab stuff for my hip as well. Kind of a taper madness mixed with uncertainty of being, I don't want to say injured.
No, we don't use the injured word.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Have you listened to a lot of Bron talk about injury?
No.
No.
Exactly. He just doesn't.
Point.
He just doesn't. As you're like, you're just like, nope.
Yeah.
No, no.
I actually think it's definitely psychological. If you don't call it injury, it'll heal faster. Firm believer in that.
Do you ever think like when you get hurt, there's little tiny people inside of your body stitching things back
building.
together again?
Yeah, I do actually.
I used the non-racial slur I was going to. I refrained.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. I'm showing personal growth this week.
Oscar's growing.
Anything interesting? I ran into Andy last week on my run. That was fun.
He told you you had good form.
He told me I had good form, which Oska said he was just hitting on me. Which, that's fine.
Yeah, especially with his new haircut. It looks slick.
Yeah, he said, "Who's that cutie on the other side of the river? I better run over, get his number."
Yeah.
And it was Andy. But no, that was really good, and he was reassuring about just trusting the process at this point, coming up to Crater Rim. So, yeah, shout out to Andy. I went for a run with a friend this morning. It's my first day going for a run in the last 4 days. It didn't really bother me that much, but it was good having a friend to chat to throughout the whole time.
Makes the time go faster.
Takes your mind off the
Yeah, it was good.
legals as well, huh?
But
Nice.
that's me in a nutshell.
Cool. What kind of nutshell?
Hazel.
Like a walnut?
I was gonna say a walnut's probably the most substantial nutshell that I can think of.
think
Acorn?
Nah. Well, we talked about acorns last week. They're treacherous.
They are.
They are. They
Yeah.
can hit you on the head.
That's not
They're like
right.
the Mexicans of the nut world. What would a walnut be? Definitely French.
I would say German.
Somewhere in the middle. Like, they got lost in the Anglo-Saxon sort of.
Yugoslavia.
I didn't know there was a country until the Olympics.
Oh no.
There's lots of countries that didn't know existed until the Olympics. Is there like 168 countries or something?
Yeah, Russia lets them out for the Olympics.
You can go. You've been naughty. You gotta stay at home.
You can't leave.
Wow. I'm so sorry. What's happening in my week? When did we record our last episode? Last Thursday, Tommy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You had a
Friday's
pretty big
normal
week.
day. Saturday was unreal for lots of reasons.
Yeah.
Saturday, so
Oh yeah.
I gotta say, we were down at Hagley. The UC boys, we got down there at about 7:30, and the extra mile group with Bev and we're down there. There's 60 of them doing a little time trial. We were down there with a group of guys. Then DJRS turned up. Kat was there, and then the Whippets boys rolled in at about 8:30, and
Someone thought there was an event going
the
on.
park was
just
charging,
everyone
man.
was
It was unreal. It was one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of. The vibe was unreal. So
Yeah.
kudos to the running community, and then all the other people who were just out and about, not part of a crew or whatever. And so I did 5 by 15 minutes at marathon effort. I had the table set up. I was being a nerd with my SOS mix stuff and my gels and my ketone shots and trialing some stuff. And I had a great session. It's probably the first time I felt like me since Obi was born.
Wow.
I was like, fucking thank God I'm not old and deteriorating. I can still and it's so stupid because you're like, I know I'm okay.
Yeah, but it's hard to convince yourself of that. You're like, I'll never run again.
No. Yeah, I suck. I've never been good. I quit. But I ran about 4.7k at each 15 minutes, which is about 312s, 313s as an average. Took a minute between each rep, 90 seconds between each rep. Andy paced me for the first 2, which is cool. And I did the last 3 on my own. My last rep was the fastest, and I felt real strong, so I was pretty happy with that. Trialing the Rocket X2s, which I'm tossing up between the Puma DV8 Elite Nitro 3s to race Auckland in, which is now 3.5 weeks away. Sunday was a hell of a day. Sunday was, I don't know if I told me about this yet.
No.
So our Sunday started. Obi, who is our 8-week-old boy, decided... Big boy. Don't know how we made him. Well, I do know how we made him, but I don't know how we made him.
Hope you know how you made it.
And just like that, the episode got an explicit sticker. So we were kind of up anyway. We were sitting on the end of our bed. It's like 5:30 in the morning, which I'm fine with. That's all cool. We always get to bed pretty early. And then Indy just walks in like 5:45. Dad, I feel sick.
Oh no.
And then projectiles.
Oh, classic.
Projectiles across our nice Adidas linen duvet cover, right? And that thing is red.
Did you make her clean it
It's
up?
like red. No. So I'm like, okay, this is how we're starting our day. Happy. So I'm like, I'm scraping blueberry sick off white linen at like 10 to 6 in the morning. I get her in the shower. I'm like, I'm not even dealing with you. Just get in the shower. Like, if you're going to vomit, just vomit in there. Like, it's fine. Just as long as you need to be in there, whatever. Just ring me, like, message, yell out when you want to tell. 20 minutes later, I've scraped the sick off. I've got that in the washing machine. 20 minutes later, Obi shits through all his clothing.
Oh my.
From like asshole to earlobe.
Oh no.
All over the bottom sheet.
Asshole to earlobe.
Asshole to earlobe. There's shit everywhere.
Oh no.
So then I'm scraping. And you know, like, for those of you who have had children or like a younger sibling that you've looked like, baby shit is just sludge. And so I'm scraping into the red bin, just scraping baby shit off the sheet. And then, and it's not even 6:30. Like,
All before everyone else is awake.
so when you see me on the start line at Auckland, you be like, there's Oska, he's fast. I'm not even fast. I'm just happy to be here. I don't even know how I've got here. So that resulted in Katie being like, oh, do you mind maybe not doing your longer run in the morning today, just in case like both kids set off and she's on her own, like, and there's vomit. And I was like, that's fair enough. So I snuck out at about 8:30 to do my half an hour, and then we didn't have a washing line, and so like at 10 a.m., which felt like 5 p.m. by that point, I was like, I'm going to my tent. Fuck this. I'm putting up a washing line.
Oh, and then you just like, we're gonna go to Muddy Time just to like avoid everything.
Yeah.
Like, classic dad.
So-
I'm out.
Yeah. So I went and got one of those ones that like retracts on the side of the house and stuff.
Those are cool.
And for those not watching, I made like a little movement there. Anyway, and I also bought a water blaster, and it's one of those.
Blaster for the sheets.
It's one, it's just the kids. I thought like you couldn't get a more dad purchase than a water blaster, and I was like, I'm going to clean the deck. That thing is still sitting in the box in my car.
Oh, no.
Your blasters are so much fun, Oska.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
I'll pay you guys to come do it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
And then we kind of got through the whole day, and I had to do my hour run at like 7 p.m. that night. And it was just unfun.
Yeah.
Anyway, fast forward to Tuesday, I still felt like shit, so I didn't work out, so we pushed it back. And then yesterday I did 6 by 2K, and I averaged 3 flats on 90 seconds, and little Ben Harris came out on the bike, legend, did some pacemaking for me in the wind. I passed Lee in the park, completely blanked.
It's all good.
Steel walled. I was on one. I think I was on my last rep. Was I naked by then? Well,
Yeah, you were.
yeah,
Yep, everything was out.
everything was out.
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
I knew it was you because I saw you from. I knew
Yeah.
your naked body.
Yeah, 100%. My like Sasquatch midriff.
Yeah.
Do you know Sasquatch isn't a real thing?
Nah, it totally is.
It's made up.
Nah, no, it's totally. I was in Washington State last year.
Yeah.
I think it's real.
Like,
I went to the Sasquatch
what
Museum.
bar?
It's
What
real.
bar were you in?
No, I went to the Sasquatch Museum.
Ah.
I saw the footprints with my own two eyes. It's real. It's so real.
Oh.
Nah, I don't know about that.
I don't know. I'm
Some
not
crazy
crazy.
people
I think
in
I get.
America.
I mean, I gotta wax my back and my chest and my arms. Otherwise, start looking like a real life hobbit.
I don't believe in Pizzagate, but I do believe in Sasquatch.
Yeah. So if you've ever seen a Sasquatch, let us know. And this
Please
podcast
write
is
in.
now you're listening to X-Files.
Great show.
Yeah.
It's finding Bigfoot.
Tom, you know what X-Files is, Tom? You old enough?
No.
I think it was just on the cusp of me and Lee.
Yeah.
X-Files is basically really weird men looking for strange things.
Yeah, we would have been quite young even when the first.
I don't think we should have
episodes-
been watching it.
No,
Maybe that's why I have trust issues.
possibly.
Yeah, government is not real and the birds are robots.
I can psychoanalyze you later.
Yeah, okay.
Just for $400 on game.
And just like that, the podcast became Oprah. No, what is it, Dr. Phil?
Super Soul Sunday with Tom, Oska, and Lee.
Oh, do you know, actually something just come to my mind. This has nothing to do with the show today, but I realised when Tom and I and Kat are here, the acronym is TKO and we're a fucking knockout.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, actually.
It's actually pretty cool.
I was like, that's cool. So I don't
Yeah.
know what we are today. TLO?
Yeah.
Boring.
OTL? Sounds like a Costco ad.
TKO is actually cool.
Yeah, TKO. Yeah.
Lot.
Sorry,
and
lad.
so we're a lot.
Yeah.
Huh. Like a lot of land? Like a lot as in like a land lot? Or just a lot as in people have stopped listening already because they've had enough?
Just a lot.
Just a lot.
They've made it 20 minutes.
They've done pretty well. So that was my week. Oh, actually, I got one funny story about this morning, which is the most Oscar story ever.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
So
Didn't leave the car on this time?
no, I didn't leave my car on this time, but this is almost just as good. And people, someone asked if the stories are real. These are 100% real. Like some shit you just couldn't write.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
no
I've
matter how
witnessed
how creative I am. So it's like 6:15 in the morning. I get up and I've said countless times to Indy, please do not put glass jars in the bathroom.
Oh, no.
And so she's got all like her like hair clips and like braids and what do you call it? Bands, like hair bands, in these little jars, all like organized. I get my dressing gown. Yes, I wear a dressing gown. I'm an old fuck. Shut up. I like put my dressing gown on. It sweeps one of the glass jars off the vanity onto the tile, smashes everywhere. I'm pissed anyway. Why is there fucking glass on the bathroom? I step back, stand on the glass.
And Indy was like, Dad, why are you wearing a robe?
It's your fault. Cut my foot. Cut my heel, and I was like brushing it off, and I was like, fuck, okay, I'll go and get the brush and shovel, like clean it all up.
Ooh.
Thought I got the glass out of my foot. Didn't think I had any glass in my foot.
Oh, no.
Carried on with my morning.
Tried to run.
Ran for 2 hours this morning
With a piece of glass.
with a
in your
piece of
foot?
glass in my foot. So at this point, I'm convinced I'm dying because glass is into my bloodstream. It's making its way to my heart. I'm like, I'm 100% convinced.
Oh, no.
The shards of glass have made it to my aorta. Like, it's over.
It's cutting me up from the inside. Like, it's just like the first time I broke up with a girlfriend. It's just ruining me inside. Like, it's cutting me to pieces. So I ran 2 hours with Connor this morning while he ran 80, and then I ran some more. And then when I got here to the shop and went to get in the shower, I stepped on my heel and I was like,
that
what
still
the
hurt.
fuck? And then I pulled a piece of glass out of my foot.
How big was it?
Oh, like a micro kind of piece
But
of glass,
still.
but still was glass.
Yeah.
So that's my war story. So, you know.
Well, the rest of it's in your heart.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I do have a bit of a glass heart. And so to all the troops that have been in Afghanistan, I've got a bit of war story.
Incredible. Purple heart.
Someone give me a medal. So that's
Speaking of medals,
Wow.
Dave Lee probably deserves a medal. I've never witnessed this before. This is going back to, I guess, probably the start of end of last week.
Yeah.
We did Kerry to Kerry.
Yeah.
Never done it, the first time we were doing Kerry to Kerry. And we were talking about, someone asked us the night before we were all having dinner somewhere and asked Dave how long does it take to do Kerry to Kerry? And Dave kind of pondered for a bit. He's like, I think about 2 hours and 4 minutes, roughly. And they're like, that's a very particular
Yeah,
time.
it's super particular.
And I shit you not, we did Kerry to Kerry in 2 hours, 4 minutes and 2
Whoa.
seconds. And we did not speed up, slow down or anything for this run. This was like ridiculous. So yeah, 2 hours and 4 minutes on the dot.
Do you reckon?
That's
no,
pretty,
I'm not going to say
like-
it. Don't worry.
It wasn't a fast pace either. It was like really, really cruisy. So even adding that into the fact that like we didn't run at the normal pace we run it. So to get it bang on was
That's unreal.
middle of the week, Dave Lee.
Yeah, well, that's a
That's
new
impressive.
segment on the show.
Yeah.
Middle of the week. You have to rank it gold, silver, bronze.
Yeah.
I wonder why they stopped at 3. Like, who decided there'd only be 3 medals?
Yeah.
They should have stopped at 1. There's only one winner.
There is. Like,
Let's
everyone
be
doesn't
honest.
get a ribbon. Like, they ruin sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the
Protest.
people
Participation.
decide stuff, and it's just weird.
Like,
It's like pizza
I was
boxes.
just gonna say
yeah.
pizza
I
boxes.
was going to say, like, men have to stand up to piss, but that's fine.
Well, you don't have to.
That's
an
culturally
option.
appropriate. But pizza boxes, well, you tell the good people, Tommy.
Who decided to put a circle pizza in a square box?
And
Triangle slices.
what, like,
Well, actually, yeah. That just popped in my head. There are actually square pizzas.
that's blasphemy. You can
In America.
imagine Mama
yeah, no, they're square
Italia,
pizzas.
like Mama Italia's,
But it
like,
doesn't look like a pizza.
no, it's just
Can you call it a pizza if it's
no,
square?
it's a slice of bread with stuff on it.
It's a squeezer.
It's a toasty. It's a large
I'm
toasty.
pretty sure didn't like Pizza Hut or something have that like really big pizza,
Yeah.
and it was square, right?
Yeah.
So there are square pizzas in New
Yeah.
Zealand. Write in if you know about this any square pizzas
Any
in
square
New Zealand.
But so we're not calling it a pizza, we're calling it a Caesar.
Little Caesars in America, those are round though.
Oh,
Yeah.
but they shouldn't they be round?
To be fair, I don't know too many square pizzas in America. I mean, I'm only from the East Coast, but like that's like the epicenter of pizza.
Does that mean you can crib walk? Crib walk? Because horses can.
Yeah.
Have you seen? If you haven't seen Snoop Dogg commentating the equestrian,
Oh, that was
Oh.
hilarious.
do you know that is peak TV?
Yeah. He's
One of
great.
the most brilliant
He's a
like
great
marketing
commentator.
strategies by the Olympics.
Wasn't like NBC's? Is it NBC? Is that who does it?
Yeah.
NBC.
Yeah, NBC's like viewership on the last Olympics was up like 700%
Yeah.
Wild.
because Snoop was on,
Yeah.
making $500,000 US dollars
yeah,
a day.
what, like fucking ridiculous.
I reckon Snoop has like fulfilled life side quests. Like
Snoop was earning more money than the athletes themselves.
100%.
Like,
He's writing children's
Double
books and
time.
commentating the Olympics. Like
Yeah.
this man has it worked out.
And he's on the new season of The Voice.
yeah.
Have you seen some? He is funny.
He's done it all.
Nah, it's,
Continues to do it all.
so I don't know how we got from pizza to Snoop.
Um,
I reckon he eats a lot of pizza when he smokes weed.
Yeah. It's
Do you reckon?
probably.
Is he a cheese guy?
yeah, I
statement.
wonder what he's at. What his
Munchos.
go-to munchie is.
I wouldn't mind.
I don't think he'd want a square pizza.
Maybe he would. He's pretty whack.
I don't want a square pizza. I think food just tastes better round.
No, I reckon
Like-
it's like a calzone man.
100%.
It does feel weird.
But a
when you
calzone
eat
is just-
square slice of pizza.
It does
Like I've
feel
done it.
weird.
It doesn't feel right.
Well, it doesn't go into your mouth really.
Yeah.
Like the triangle just like.
And you can't do
I
the
think
old
you've cracked the
fold
code.
in half.
You think that's why?
Mama Italia's like, it's got to go in the mouth. Though. Something like that. Come at me if you want Italian
It's like
accents.
an arrow going into your mouth. It's like
Here
pointing
comes the
into yourself.
airplane. But then, so things just taste better round. And I'm talking about food.
Yeah.
Corn chips.
Corn
I had a
chips.
revelation.
Love
Yeah.
corn chips.
We've always bought triangle ones. I know. Katie digresses and buys some round ones. I'm
But I feel like the triangle ones are usually like legit. Those are
So-
those are
so
like
he-
Mexican made.
so he's
Just gets that triangle.
No, I'm thinking of the ones that like.
no, it's the trust
I
triangle.
found out.
It's the trust triangle. It's like care, consistency, and something. The 3 C's of trust. You should know
Wait, is
that.
that what Katie tells you?
No.
Oh,
I remember in like year 12, like whatever you call it.
like character building or whatever.
The thing you went to learn about religion, RE. And they were like, here's the
I
trust
don't know. I
triangle.
didn't go to a religious school.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't really either.
I did.
Tom did. He's the most organised one out of all of us.
Jesus who? No, I'm kidding.
Oh dear. I got caught down a rabbit hole about how old the Roman Empire is. Speaking of Jesus, there's no relation to.
Jeepers.
It's like 3,900 years BC.
Wait, do you guys know about this thing that was like all over TikTok
That
like
trend,
a year ago about the Roman Empire thing?
How often do you think about the Roman Empire? Never, actually. I don't know yet. It's such a weird thing to
Since
think
year
about.
6 when we learned about it.
So yeah, round corn chips way better, which is funny because pizza tastes better with stuff on it in triangles, and corn chips and nachos are better than round because you can scoop more stuff.
Yes.
So explain that to me. So does that mean it's the size of the triangle? So you have a giant triangle corn chip
Yeah,
that
it's-
scooped up multiple grains of mint. Grains of mints?
Grains.
I don't know. What is it? Chunks.
Chunks. Oh, I hate the
Chunks
word
of
chunks.
mince.
Chunks is not.
Tiny
Chunks is right up there with
Chunklets?
moist.
Pieces.
Damp.
Just pieces.
But then anyway, do you guys put the stuff on the nacho chips or the nacho chips to the side to scoop?
No, I put them on.
How do you feel about the soggy chips?
Oh, I like them.
What do you put it on? Like you put on all the stuff and then you put
No,
it
I
on?
put the chips on, then the nachos on top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm
I
a
feel like
dipper.
that's normal, right?
You're a dipper. Well, but you know, like Katie, just like so many condiments on her nachos that I reckon it's cold by the time I finish putting all the stuff on.
Quick question: what's Katie's favorite condiment?
Jalapenos.
Ooh.
Yeah, and sweet chili sauce.
Sweet.
Yeah,
sweet
she likes
chili
them
sauce is
spicy,
good.
which, you know, whatever. We don't need to go there.
Sweet chili sauce is good.
I don't know.
I like
It
it.
doesn't make sense. It's confused.
Yeah.
It hasn't made a commitment yet.
No, I
Sweet
like
chili
it.
sauce?
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Okay.
You're the odd one out. Yeah.
I'm the only one in a long-term relationship, so it's fine.
Yeah, this is true.
I've chosen what I am. Okay, we're completely derailed.
Well, food. We're still on food. Rice Krispies.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys tried that?
No.
As like a cheap chew alternative?
Yeah.
It's huge
I'm
in
like
cycling.
literally.
And I've kind of just got on it, but
Is that for the bite?
good. Yeah.
But isn't that the most
Cheap to make.
human thing ever? Is to take something in a shape, grind that thing up, put it through a manufacturing process to put it back in the shape it once was, and remarket it for more money,
Probably.
and sell
Yeah.
it.
For sure.
I'm surprised we don't do that with humans already. Is that just trafficking?
That's how they'll make robots. That's how they'll make robots.
I'm convinced the birds are robots.
Yeah, they'll just.
Woodpeckers, man. Those things are not real.
They would be funny, yeah. But yeah, it's
Some
great.
Russian spies, man.
Great
Woodpeckers are Russian spies.
Figuring out who's worthy of going to the next Olympics.
Yeah, what country can you go and find out?
Okay.
Great. No, it's good one. Yep.
Yep.
I've done Rice Krispies, Maisie bars.
Marshmallows, butter, and
Marshmallows.
rices. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Put them in. Put them in the fridge for a bit.
Do you like?
Goes
take
good.
A,
It's
take
like
a session?
40 grams of carbs in one of those little blocks. So it's basically the same as most of the chews available. And it's so cheap. Tastes good. I mean, they are a little bit bigger than like the chews.
I feel like you should come to the trail running world where it's
No,
like eat
no,
this
no.
frosting, eat this,
Yeah, yeah,
eat
like-
these sweet potatoes.
Oh, yeah. I feel
Those
like
those aid stations are like a heritage hotel buffet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what was that one that had like the supermarket aisles?
Well, I actually heard
Did Sam
Crater Rim
or-
is unreal. Crater Rim is unreal.
Yeah.
I'm like kind of in it just for.
I think there was a
the
trail
aid
race
stations.
that actually made like supermarket aisles that you ran down and they had just stuff from the supermarket.
Well,
Was it down
New World
south?
St. Martin's, listen up.
Yeah. It was so sick. It was like a supermarket aisle in the forest. It was so
pretty
cool.
cool.
I can't remember what race
That
it
is
was.
quite cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's a good segue into Crater Rim. We should actually talk about running. So the Crater Rim is a race that we have here in Christchurch, which is, as it's named, on the Crater Rim Walkway.
Is it
There's
national champs this year?
No, and there's multiple distances.
I don't think so. I
No.
think Uchi-K is. I think-
There's a 50k,
50? Yeah.
50, 32, or it's just 30 now.
30.
half marathon, and then an up and down Rapaki. Is that still happening?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So why don't we have a little 5-minute guide of, because you're running 30k, right?
Yeah.
Of the course. I ran it last year, so I can jump in if you
Yeah.
get lost.
Well, because the only bit I haven't done is the private bit of land at
Yeah.
the start at Gebby's.
Imagine it's so steep you can't run, and then you do, and then that fucks your race?
Well, I'm a wee bit nervous about it because I feel like my kind of my strength is uphill, and I really want to get out and as far front as I can, because I heard this morning that there's like 250 people running the 30K, and I'm like,
It's a good
it's
turnout.
gonna be like a pit of people just trying to get out of there.
It's all single track as well, or like
The first K is wide farm track, but it's steep as hell.
Yeah,
and
okay.
from my memory, I think there's 7 switchbacks.
Okay.
So there's like 7 or 8 switchbacks, and then you get up onto the top.
Yep.
And then that's
Single
when
track.
I,
if you
single
like
track
push.
mud.
Yeah.
It was pretty average.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, that was my slowest kilometre.
Oh yeah, we were looking at your.
And the second K, I think, was my slowest
splits,
kilometre.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Karen.
But I have parked up at the top of Summit Road and followed all the way down, a little bit down Horsley's and then down Valley Track.
Yep.
I'm real interested to see how the bit down Valley Track goes. That's probably something that I might do maybe one more time before the race. I just have a feeling it's going to get really, what is it called? Like bottlenecky?
Yeah.
I have a feeling that there's going to be some slower folks from the
21,
that are going to be down there, and it's going to be tough to pass anybody, and they're going to have to move off the course for the people in the front, which is fine. But I think whenever you're at the end of a race like that, you just don't have like the mental energy to be like, on your right.
Yeah. But even I was doing that, people still had headphones in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Which I think, like, fair enough, you want to listen to us.
Yeah.
That's cool. That'll be a pass. But other than
If they're
that,
listening to us, I hope you are at the Valley Track and you hear this part of it. Move to the side, like look where you're going. Like there's someone might be behind you.
but yes, no, there was a bit of that. I caught people before Rapaki. Like I'd pretty much from the Kiwi.
Yeah.
When we went up to Sugarloaf, I started to come past people.
Yeah.
Which, and to be fair, most people were really good. I mostly felt bad, not because I was annoyed that people had their headphones in, because when I went past them, I scared the shit out of them.
Yeah, I hate that feeling.
And
yeah.
I think you have a little less control when you're running fast on the trail too. So if they moved the wrong way, there was some collateral.
Yeah.
I didn't hit anyone, but you could just see it out playing in your mind.
And it's like that reflex of like running on the road and you like pass by somebody and you're like, I'm sorry, I'm not about to jump you or rob you. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm listening to the Spice Girls right now. I'm so unintimidating. Yeah.
The Spice Girls are intimidating.
Britney's Toxic is playing in my head. No, I'm kidding. But the bit that I've gotten lost on twice, and this is I think new for this year, is you go over to Linda Woods Reserve.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you cut down from Linda Woods Reserve down into like Rapaki, and then you move over to Valley Track.
Okay.
And me and a friend did that a couple weekends ago, and we were like, "What's going on here?" I don't know if it's just like a little track that the sheep used to cut down, and we're just like missing it. But I'm sure it's gonna be well marked on the day. But I just haven't been able to figure out how Linda Woods Reserve cuts down into Rapaki.
I think they've learned from last year. We had some course marking issues.
Yeah.
And like Chris is good, and he's working with Marty, and that we did talk about, because it's the type of event where you don't just get seasoned trail runners and you get roadies.
Yeah.
There needs to be, like I kind of said, it might be all well and good for people that run this every week, but for me, I almost wanted the reassurance of a ribbon every 500 meters, because I know it's only every 2 or 3 minutes I'm looking for another ribbon, rather than 6 or 7 minutes, and then I'm starting to wonder, shit, am I going the right way?
Yeah, that's a sinking feeling on a trail, on a course.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, did I miss something?
Yeah.
Especially when you're out ahead, and there could be a bit of space between you and the next person, or you and behind you. Like it's not a good feeling.
But I say the aid stations are elite. The Achilles guys do an aid station just before Worsley's. Cool. Vanessa and the gang always bring some serious energy.
Cool.
The Speed Freaks do the one up at Sugarloaf.
I want cowbells. I want this to be like a European trail race. I want this like Chamonix cowbells, signs. I want it all.
Well,
more cowbell.
You might be disappointed.
Roadies won't even get cowbells.
But
Farmlands?
we can just take it to a Chiefs rugby game.
Yeah, they do the cowbells.
They do
it well.
Yeah, but it's a great race.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it. Like, I've been down here for 2 years, and I just run on the portals all the time. It's my backyard, and it'll be fun to actually be competitive on it, and see how fast I can do these tracks that I do a few times a week.
If I can offer one small piece of advice.
Yes, please.
Do not run up Worsleys as fast as you can.
Okay, that's good advice.
Because it doesn't go well.
Yeah. I'm puking blueberry something at the top.
Yeah. Because I was kind of chasing the ghost of Scotty Hawker.
Oh, yeah.
Because I really wanted to see if I could have a go at his record. And I knew where my strengths probably were. I knew where his strengths were. And mine is not, like, I'm blind at the best times. And so the technical bits are not really for me.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, I can make up a bit of time. Probably on the longer uphills, like that's my strength. And I ran up the adventure park, because you kind of go down Worsley's and you come up the adventure park. Is that still what they do? Sort of? They come up body bag?
Yeah, you come up body bag. Yeah.
So we kind of was like, you go right down the body bag, about 1,500 metres down Worsley's track, and then you come right into the adventure park trail, and then you came through that gate at the top of that to go back up the body bag.
Yeah.
I ran up there in like sub-5s.
That's nuts.
Like just
that's like riding up Bridle Path at like a 4:15.
Yeah, which I have got up the Bridle Path in under 9 minutes, but that cost me, because then I tripped in the back of the Kiwi, which was the easiest running of the whole day.
And then they go, "That's not a trail run."
And do you know, it was one of those moments where you're like, time slows, the camera pans.
Yeah.
He's caught in midair. The droplets are coming off his face.
Yeah.
I'm painting a pretty good picture. He has a decision to make. Is he going to try and put his foot out to save the fall? Or is he just going to Superman that shit and own it?
Yeah.
You Superman
I Superman that shit and own it. Well, I thought actually my hamstring at that point was going to come off if I had it. So I just slid along the grass and then like cut all my knees and shit up. And my bib flew off into the distance.
Wow.
So that was tragic. I never got to keep that. No, someone dropped the bib back. Someone found the bib and dropped it back into me.
Yeah.
Richard, yeah. Anyway, so my advice is don't go anabolic running up where's this? Because you've still got half the rest to go. Yeah.
Okay, that's good advice. Any other advice? Any
Take more than one gel and 250 mils liquid.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't going to go racing and then I started and I was like, oh, okay then. I'm racing.
Shit before you race.
Yeah.
Drink plenty of water.
Yeah.
Don't get drunk the night before, and you'll be sweet.
Here's my rubber arm just twisted. I'll race then.
Is Sam running? Do we know?
I don't know. We'll have to ask him later.
Okay.
He might do like a tail end or something because he's still not feeling quite 100.
Yeah. He said he was gonna do the 30, maybe.
Yeah. So if you're not running, Hanson's Park's an absolute vibe at the finish line. Just come down and support people.
I'm really excited for
Is
that.
it the Saturday or the Sunday?
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah. So I might go down. If people want to come hang out, I might come and bring the kids down, support.
I heard there was going to be a bouncy castle, but Christchurch City Council was like, nah, you can't have that. They're too dangerous.
Really? Oh,
yeah,
no.
I think we should protest it.
But
council.
Write a petition.
Do you know...
It's no fun, are they?
Do you know... That's not okay. I'm sorry it's taking a little while to say something. I'm trying to figure out what level of something I want to say.
I think we should call it Bounce Back 2024.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
But so they're going to make the white lines on the road glow in the dark.
Yeah.
But we can't have
a
bouncy castle.
Christchurch City Council, speak on
Yeah.
this matter, please. We need
Do you
some
know-
answers.
Glow in the dark line's a great idea.
Have you yeah, we should just get absolutely baked. And
It could be a fly on that wall in that meeting. They're like, okay, topics for today. Bouncy castle, Henson Park, glow in the dark lines. Where do we want to start first? Hard no on the bouncy castle in Henson Park. All right, let's debate.
do you remember those books like Goosebumps?
I love Goosebumps.
The Goosebumps books? Like,
Yeah.
this is what they're, like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
There's cat's eyes on the road. People have lights.
Yeah.
Like, grow up. Look, I'd rather not pay an extra $250 of a quarter of my rates.
Urban roads.
I don't know. I don't even know if it's New Zealand. I just saw something.
They're trialing it, I think, in Australia. Yeah. but just like
But can you imagine just
Outback
maybe
roads
just
at the moment.
stumbling across like a tree trunk that had some things growing out of it, and you just gave him a wee lick, and then all of a sudden you're psychedelic, and you're just like worming down the
Dark
road,
road.
like side of the face on the glow-in-the-dark paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ayahuasca retreat, and then you
Yeah.
go in for a little ride.
But how amazing is it that these white lines have so much control over society? They can't even speak.
You gotta stay within the lines.
So the thing that his girl like that.
Wow, that was really deep talk.
Is it a David Bowie song?
I don't know. I was just stating the obvious.
Stay in the Lines was Elton John, actually.
Hey, I'm John.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, okay, sorry, Alden.
Candle in the Wind and Stay in the Lines.
Yeah. I mean the candle. Yeah. Anyway, but I feel like blowing the wind out of the Christchurch City Council. But imagine it. You're just a little psychedelic, and then all of a sudden you're just licking the road, or it's like a portal to another dimension.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, what do you think the animals are going to think of that?
That's
Yeah.
a great question,
The
actually.
possums.
What do you think the animals think of us? They're just going, "What are these kids doing?" if I had thumbs, like, if I had thumbs, I'd be so much more advanced than these winkies.
Probably.
Because they can see in the dark, can't they? Yeah.
Yeah,
Most-
the nocturnal ones.
Yeah.
Do they see like the SIS goggles, like green?
Good
Like,
question.
no
If you're a
vision.
possum, let us know.
Some wombats, anyone?
Wombats, give us a call.
Speaking of, and what would your spirit animals be? Because I
thought of this.
I was thinking about it while I was running. This is about running. I was running, thinking about it. And I've also got another joke about a dandelion. I mean, I think I'm a hyena.
Oh, I can see that.
Like, I'm a pain in the ass that pisses
just
big,
keeps coming back.
pisses big lions off, and they're
Yeah.
just slightly faster.
Hyenas are also bizarre looking.
Yeah, so we're there. So
Yeah.
Tom, no.
Way to drop that in there.
Tom can vouch for it. When I've had a couple of beers, I'm looking like a hyena.
That's actually a pretty good hyena impression.
Shoe meetings about the upcoming shoes. That's Oscar's
Yeah, I'm like,
hyena.
I'm cackling.
And with the big dogs and just shooting these shoes down.
It's pretty bad.
Well,
I wouldn't invite me at this point.
I mean, you do provide good input, but
Yeah, sometimes it could be a little more low key.
it's just, yeah.
Do you know-
honest input, which sometimes hurts.
Do you know too that sloths don't burp or fart?
How do you know this, Oscar?
Look,
Where are you getting these facts from, man?
I need some receipts.
yeah, I just get caught down rabbit holes.
You find this on Instagram.
And Instagram has been targeting me so hard with the ads and shit as well.
What's sloth content?
The algorithm's gone.
It's
gone.
sideways.
There's no hope.
But Instagram, like, shopping just gets me, eh? I'm lying in bed last night and like I've been working on my sleep, and then I just get an ad for like melatonin dissolvables on my tongue for $28. I was like,
You know.
I was like, okay.
Bye.
So your homework for this week is to think about what kind of spirit animal you guys would be. What would Tom be?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Would you be like savanna animal, tropical animal? What do you call those big, colourful birds that kind of look like toucans?
Toucan.
Toucans.
Tom would be a toucan.
I think
No.
No. Or like
A coyote.
No, kangaroo. But like a boss one, you know, when they stand up and they're ripped to shit. And like ripped
The boxing
Yeah, the boxing ones. Tom would be a kangaroo.
That'd be Sam Tanner.
No, he'd be a wallaby. He's only little.
No, it's the ones that are always like really smiley. You know which ones I'm talking about? What are they called? Ah, shoot.
Wallabies?
Nah.
Don't know.
I'll think of it.
So that's homework. Homework. Spirit animals. So it means we're probably going to have to get a hyena tattoo.
Logically.
Gonna have to get it somewhere.
I don't know how I got there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shoes.
I think, yeah.
Shoes.
I mean, your job was to keep me on track. And we have gone anywhere but
That's right, we're only at 40-something minutes.
Okay, we don't. Okay. All right, people are still with us.
Shoes.
Glow in the dark shoes.
Glow in the dark shoes around your glow in the dark paint. Maybe we should. Okay, this is the last stupid thing I'll say for the next 15 minutes. Maybe we should get pits, like big barrels of glow-in-the-dark paint, and get skin-colored underwear on. Dip ourselves in glow-in-the-dark paint, and then run around Higley Park in the dark.
You definitely make it onto Chris Lynch news.
You'd make it onto a lot of news if you did that.
Can you imagine just 100 dudes
running,
glowing in the dark around Higley Park? I mean, that's a light show I'd come to see.
I don't know why this
That's a light show I think, Mike.
popped into my head, but speaking of glow in the dark, aren't you thinking of painting the shop floor black?
I was.
Imagine if you did that and then we all walked around the shop with glow in the dark and there was just shoe prints all over the floor.
That'd be yep. Can we put stars on the roof too?
Okay, but that would only work if we just like kept the shop dark all the time. Blackout shop.
Yeah, but like you don't see it during the day, and then if you have like, I don't know, you could have like 2 late nights or something where it's like
late nights?
2 hours from 7 till
give everyone a heat
9 or whatever, 6 till 8. That'd be cool.
Guys, we gotta get the front row. They're doing the late night glow in the dark.
Let's go buy shoes in the dark.
It's free mushrooms at the door, man. Let's get wasted and buy shoes.
Well, it doesn't have to be glow in the dark.
They
You
like
just
drum
do
and
black.
bass.
Black with different coloured footprints. That'd be kind of cool.
I mean,
really whack, but like kind of cool.
anything glow in the dark. Like if we could put stars on the ceiling, get some sleeping bags, watch a little movie. We can watch. Do you know what I was thinking about the other day was Roald Dahl?
I love Roald Dahl, yeah.
What's the Giant Peach?
James and the Giant Peach?
James and the Giant Peach. That is a movie that kids should not be watching.
No, I watched it as a kid. Terrifying.
It's a giant piece of fruit.
It gave me a lot of anxiety as a kid. I think that's where my anxiety stems from.
James the Giant.
That and the massive.
Oh wow.
That and the massive.
Oh wow.
That and the massive scary giant at the top of the beanstalk.
Jack and the Jill.
I never wanted to plant anything in the garden.
There's a company in the U.S. It's like a vegetable brand, and it's canned vegetables, but they have like Jack.
So they grow them in the cans?
Jack and the Beanstalk Man on the cans.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really creepy.
Tom's like, I'm there.
Yeah.
I want 2 dozen.
Tom's like, have them back.
There's no question you're getting an Instagram ad later.
Just get Neve to send you some Jack and the Beanstalk
Costco.
cans.
There's gonna be ads all over our phones after this conversation.
Okay. Alright, let's talk about some shoes.
Shoe of the week.
Shoe of the week.
Puma Magnify Nitro 2.
Tech
2.
Tech 2?
Yeah. Tick 2? I don't know. Yeah.
Tech.
Great shoe.
Tick tick.
Great shoe, that's it, finished.
It's very, well, I mean, simple, great shoe. It's like, I think that's how you described it, or we described it the other day. It's just simple. It works.
So you have a shoe review which we will put up today, which the podcast will go out tomorrow, which is Friday. And the show notes, we'll put the link to the review.
Link it in the
Show notes, yep. I'll put it in the thing.
Oh, yeah.
With the stuff.
Yeah.
And then we may, next week, we'll do a YouTube on
Yeah.
it. But do you want to run us through the nuts and bolts? And then I'll run us through some of the science.
Yeah. So looking at 10 mil drop. I believe 39.29.
Yep.
Some other sites say that we've measured it, or we kind of measured it, but yeah. So pretty good stat. I feel like that's a nice number.
Yep.
Like not too high, but not super low, where it might stir up some things. Big slab of nitro foam. The foam's probably their, aside from their Mag Max, they're definitely their most cushioned one. I think I described it in the write-up as cushioned rather than bouncy, like in comparison to some of the Saucony shoes and other options. It's really, really soft. Well, not soft, but like you run in it and there's a large amount of shock absorption, I feel.
I feel like you don't sink into it to get the shock absorption. Like, so the resilience of the foam is high rather than being like super compliant, like a fresh foam or like a Peebit based foam.
And the resilience is probably one of the selling points for the shoe. It lasts forever. Like put 800 Ks in it and it feels like it's brand new still. I think Swales put 1,500 or something,
into a pair, yeah.
which is insane for a daily trainer. But probably a combination of their awesome Puma grip and just the compound they use.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, the one we have on camera here isn't the knit upper, but the tech upper. The knit upper I found quite nice. It's always kind of hard to nail a knit upper, I feel.
I feel like it was okay.
Yeah.
Like it was good enough.
Yeah. It fit my foot really nicely. Like
Yes.
having a slightly broader foot, I think it was really good because it wasn't, it wasn't loose, but it wasn't restricting in any way. And then the power tape actually works really well.
Yeah.
They have that on this one as well. Just kind of situated in the right areas, I feel. It's nothing crazy. It's just firmer piece of material to stop you or slow you down, I guess, from moving too much in that area.
It gives the upper integrity
Yeah.
at the high pressure and high velocity areas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think biggest takeaways from this is, it's comfy, super comfortable. It probably works for a larger number of people now. One, because it's so splayed in the forefoot. It's not overly splayed, but I feel like there is a lot of shoe to stand on in the front, which is nice. And then it is a little bit flatter along the medial side.
Mm-hmm.
Cups the heel slightly.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I mean, it's a neutral shoe, but I feel pretty stable in it. Personally, but yeah, a fun one. It's unrecognizable compared to the first one, which I don't think we ever had in the store because it was so average.
Yeah. I think
Like being brutally honest, it was average. Yeah,
I think you nailed it
at best.
I think we always talk about, simplicity, and last week? No, when I interviewed the head sales guy for New Balance, we were, like I was talking to him about, we're kind of in this chemistry, geometry, accessibility, and what it looks like. What would you call that? In a big whatever. Aesthetics. Yeah. So we're kind of in this like four-way thing, but it's making sure that the shoe is simple enough that all of those things work.
Yeah.
As an end product, because I think it's all well and good for us to say, it should have a plate and it should have like this outsole and geometry like this and an upper that has all this fancy stuff on it, but if the upper peels, the midsole deforms in areas that are loaded too much and then the grip falls off, it's all well and good to say you've got the best materials in the world, but if it's functionally incorrect for someone to do the task in for the tool, then it's the same thing we said last week. It's like using a drill as a driver. It doesn't work. So I mean, it's awesome grip. The super critical EV. So it's still EVA, but it's created in a high pressure environment with nitrogen rather than just expanded foam. So it's imagine a hyperbaric chamber. The puck goes in, heat and high pressure nitrogen, boom, comes out. And then I think I prefer the tech upper to the stretch, and probably my foot's a little narrower than Tommy's. But I just like how it held me on a wee bit more. On toe off, I like the shoe to flex more than most people. Just because I'm a little shorter than these guys, and so just try and like keep up, or my stride length is a little bit longer, but how tall I am, I like to be able to use my whole foot. So it's like I hate the super blast, like jogging in there. I just hate it. Because it doesn't bend. It's okay when I'm running really fast, because then you kind of get that like.
You get the extra bounce.
The extra bounce. So and the fifth thing, or the accessibility thing, is accessible at a really good price. At $240. So
it's really good price.
I think Puma nailed it. People go to Puma running shoes. I'm like, they're back.
They do now.
I'm going to race. I think I'm probably going to race Auckland in a pair of their racing flats.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have said that 2.5 years ago. So that's pretty cool. I think it's good.
3 Fs, fit, feel, function.
Yep, you go for it.
Do you want to do one each?
Fit, feel, function. Yep.
Fit.
If it's a little long, but not long enough to go down half a size.
Yes.
Yep.
Width
is okay. Like you said, wider in the knit. A little less volume in the tech.
Yep. And I feel like it is kind of a more spacious shoe than your stock standard. Width. Like it kind of fits like a I wouldn't say 2E, but
That's like a D plus.
Really?
Between,
It's like a D plus.
yeah, like a normal and a 2E.
Just like my university grades. I did
Decent degrees.
I signed up.
Yeah.
I was
I signed up.
out running. I was out running.
I got the sign-in forms.
Yeah.
Feel. Pillows.
Responsive pillows.
Responsive pillows, yeah. Not so much, like, it's not like memory foam where you sink into it and you don't get anything back.
Yeah.
But you get that initial, like, yes, it's cushioned, but it's still giving you something back. And then function. I said in the write-up that because it's so durable and because of the Puma grip, you can get away with this on the trails. And I'm even going to the extent where this can go to gnarly trails as well. Like
I'll be running the
Crater Rim and this. I wore this when I was over in Andorra, and Tanner Hayden can attest to this. The trails over there are gnarly. Like they had seriously outback trails, rocks, rock gardens, just dirt hills, everything, schist running on, and it held up great. Didn't feel like I was going to fall over it at all. No slippage. Is that even a word? I don't know. But yeah, it handles it really well. So like, Run Christchurch,
It's pretty good.
easily tackles the Port Hills. So function.
It's refreshing to see a shoe with some outsole on it.
Yeah, and it's just refreshing to see a brand that's not afraid to make a shoe that lasts. It's like, this shoe's good enough that people are going to come back and get another one in a year's time. So, okay, cool.
Yeah, this is the shoe
True
that if you
bravery.
want one free,
Yeah.
you go for this one. Durability is insane. But yeah, if you want to deep dive into it, look at the review on the website.
Nice, bro.
But yeah, class shoe from Puma. And the next one looks like an even better update. So
Yeah, so we are going to see...
When's that coming out?
I am going to see...
25 June or something.
Yeah, so I'm going to see that product on the 12th and 13th of November.
Yeah.
I go to Auckland. I'm going to see Essex and Adidas with Sammy on the Tuesday, and then I'm going to see Saucony, Hoka and Puma on the Wednesday with Anna.
Nice.
So we will see all that product for the back half of 2025.
Yeah. Exciting stuff coming.
Absolutely.
Run Club. Oh, we almost forgot. But we
I
didn't.
genuinely nearly forgot. This is why I've given you a job.
Oh, yeah.
Because he actually wrote it down. So Run Club, the week this has been. So Tuesday was awesome. We did hill repeats up Rapaki, which is every third week. We meet at Hanson's. And then so the guys did a little 5-minute tempo. Then we jogged across to the hill. A tempo on the flat around Hanson's. Then we jogged across the hill and did 234, 432 up the hill with 90 seconds recovery between each one. So it's like 19 minutes worth of hill reps, and everyone loved it. Type 2 fun. Type 2 fun, yeah. I was looking at you for validation on that comment after my comment last week about dictation. Let's make sure I get my words right. And so next week,
Big Run Club week.
So big with like almost like the cat stood on the I and you didn't notice and then put a G there. It was like big. So that is the 15th of October.
Put in your calendars.
Put in your calendars. We have Camille French, formerly Buzzcomb, before she got married.
Yeah.
She is a 2-time Olympian over 2 different distances.
Yeah.
So 5K and the marathon. Is that right? Or 10K and the marathon? 10K and the marathon?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was 5.
It was a 5, yeah. 5K and the marathon. She ran under 15 minutes for 5K, which as a lady is
rapid
out the gate. She ran the marathon this year at Paris Olympics. She's a new mom. Well, not totally new, but she's a mom. And she's... it's amazing to see someone that has all of that fullness in her life still able to do those things and show her kid and her family and us that you can go and do those things that you want to do in your life and still be able to compete at a level relative to your potential.
Yeah, super impressive.
So she is going to be with us next week thanks to New Balance. And New Balance, I can't tell you how much they've spent, but it's substantial.
A lot.
A decent amount. So they're going to fly down, put her up, have her here. Kat and I will record a podcast with her. And then from 4 p.m. she'll be available on the shop floor to, if there's like kids who want to come down after school and want to meet her, get something signed. She's just going to hang out. She's going to be here, answer some questions. And then from about 5 p.m. our Run Club guys will start arriving.
Nice.
And then she'll be available for like photos or just yarning and chatting to the adults. And then at 6 o'clock we'll do a quick little Q&A with her.
Cool.
And then we'll head out for a 35-minute run. And then Empire Chicken.
Yeah.
Empire Chicken has got what I believe to be about $2,500 worth of free chicken.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So he's going to be here with his caravan.
Wow.
We're going to have a New Balance tent set up. There's going to be demo shoes of the 1080 and the Rebel V4.
Nice.
The 1080 version 14, which launches today. And then, Rebel V4, which we have for a little while. We have a couple of pairs of 1080s to give away, and then a entry to either Queenstown or Auckland Marathon, which we will
Nice.
draw.
Awesome.
Wow, Christmas.
Yeah. So
Big Tuesday.
Christmas was
Get along.
great.
Tuesday, Macca will be here to film some content. New Balance paying for that, so we'll be able to have content. And I'm really excited. It's gonna be
New
fun.
Balance
Sounds
branded
awesome.
Almighties as well.
Oh, New Balance branded Almighty's. Yeah, I nearly forgot.
They look sick.
Silver cans, baby, silver cans. So, and then Tom and I are working on Spring Grind, so we will update you on that, which is going to be a self-selected challenge for the month of November. First time we've done it.
Yeah.
We sign up fee, get a Spring Grind t-shirt, medal, certificate, closed Facebook group, which Tom and I will chuck train tips and answer questions in.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, we will have an open to everyone, unsanctioned
Race.
cityscape orienteering style race
Oh, those are cool.
and a party.
Yeah. Yeah. I miss. They used to have those in Auckland.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were sick.
Throw it
Yeah.
down. Start of summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are sick. Nice.
And a lot of that is just, we understand people, not everyone wants to go racing.
Yeah.
People need some motivation. November I find is the hardest because you're like, oh, well,
So close.
Christmas
to
is
summer.
coming, I'm busy, I don't really have anything to train for. And so I've just done silly things like make the levels different kinds of dentistry.
Yeah, November is
Yeah.
tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty pumped for that.
Yeah.
Lee, you got anything to add?
Go women's sports.
100%.
100%.
100%. Women's football
Next level.
and rugby is savage.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree.
Also,
And
like the
NBA
female trail
dummy.
runners kicking ass. Yeah. I mean,
Courtney DeWalter
some of our
and-
best trail runners in New Zealand, women.
Ruth Croft.
Caitlin Fielder. Nancy Jane.
Mm-hmm. Nancy's a nice lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool.
And actually, shout out to Ned Brockman. the brother
Needles.
is
Is he 900k in now?
500 miles. Oh, well, he'll be
Yeah.
just over 500 miles
Who's
now.
Ned?
Ned is
Ned.
Ned.
Ned's just
Fred.
Ned.
Yeah, but he came from Puma Run.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And he's
Running
across
1,000 miles.
Australia.
Oh, he's running across Australia.
done 50 marathons in 50 days,
Oh, I
and
think I
now
heard
he's
about this.
trying to
Yeah.
break a world record for the fastest time to run 100 miles.
Wow.
1,000 miles.
Yeah.
1,000 miles, yeah. So 160k a day for 10 days. And he's doing it around a track, a running track.
No.
So he's, it's quite cool following the story. He's crazy, but he's
Brutal.
doing it all for homelessness,
Yeah,
I
cool.
believe. Yeah. And he's killing it. So if you're in Sydney, I think it's Sydney? Yeah, get down and support the man. He's over halfway,
Wow.
which is pretty cool to see. And it looks like he's on track. I don't know, he's probably got like 10 or 12 stress fractures and machines.
Yeah.
You know,
he's
just
got,
a-
at this point, he's got more tape than skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty like.
But yeah, that's pretty cool to see that.
My
So
shins hurt.
hopefully, world record.
Do you want to rub? By the end of the week, what are you shooting for? This man was provocative. It's provocative. You got anything to add, Tuba?
That was my little 2 cents there.
Nice.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, and
We'll see you next week.
eat your veggies.
It's the trademark.
Eat your pizza.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, it was great.
Solid work.